Let me just share the screen. Is my screen visible to all?
Yeah, okay.
Okay. So I'm going to continue the file that we left on. So in the previous class we did about this wall editing features. Okay, we saw about the layer functionalities and material creation process. Okay, today we're gonna do with wall reveal and sweep options. Okay, so let's go ahead with wall sweeps and wall reveals. Okay, so wall sweep and reveal, there are two methods to do wall reveal and sweeps. Okay, one is when you select the wall, and when you come into the edit type, and when you come into the edit structure, you'll find this option in the edit assembly, that is reveals and sweeps. Okay, in the edit assembly of the wall, that's one way to do reveal and sweeps. And the second way is like if you come into the architectural tab, under the wall option you'll find sweeps and reveal, two methods. Okay, so wall reveal is generally if you want to create a cutout in the wall, a grooving lines or something, basically them any sort of grooving designs, that is wall reveals. And wall sweep is if you're going to create an extrusion on the walls, maybe your molding putty, or maybe skirtings, or crown moldings, or maybe your coping for the wall tops, basically there. Many more basically there. So if you're creating skirtings, or if you're creating crown molding, coping, okay, stilt actually. Okay, so if you're creating window stilts, basically there even wall sweeps have been utilized. Okay, and wall reveal is used for creating groovings in the walls, basically. So if you want to create any groove lines or anything, you can use the wall reveal command, basically there. Now when I'm using wall reveal or wall sweep, I'm unable to use over here. You can see it's grayed out over here. So this means we can't use wall reveal or the sweep right now. That's because we are in the floor plan view. So if you are in the floor plan view, you cannot use the reveal or the sweep commands. Okay, you need to be in the elevation view or a 3D view in order to in order to apply the wall reveals or the sweep options, basically. So I need to be either in my elevation view, or either I need to be in the 3D view. Okay, so let's take this into a 3D view, into account of 3D. So I'm going to switch on this home icon. So that's going to take me into the 3D view. Here I am in the 3D view. And now when I come into the wall options, now you can see wall reveal and sweeps both are turned active, which means now we can apply the wall reveal or the sweep parameters to the walls actually. Okay, so these parameters are only applicable to walls only. They cannot be applied to the floor or any other element. It will be only hosted to the walls. Okay, if you try to host on the floor or the slab or ceiling or any other element, it will not be applied. So it only get hosted on the walls. So if there are no walls, wall sweep and reveal cannot be applied. Okay, so it's pretty simple that it is only for the walls. That's why it says wall reveal and wall sweeps. Okay, so let's try the first option, that is wall reveal. So when I click on wall reveal, it tells me about placement. How do you want to place the reveal? Do you want to place the reveal horizontally, or do you want to place the reveal vertically? So how do you wish to place the reveals? Okay, you need to select. Do you want to place horizontal? You can take horizontal. You can take vertical. You can take plus vertical. Supposingly, I want to place it horizontally. I'll select horizontally, and then I have to select on which face of the wall do I want to apply the reveal. So do I want to apply on this face or the internal face? Okay, or on the other side of the walls? Okay, so which side you wanted to apply it? So supposingly, I'm just gonna apply it right over here. When I clicked it, you can see, and if I click on restart reveal, it will restart again, and I can apply the second one right over here. Once again restart. If I want verticals, I can take verticals as well. Okay, restarts, vertical, restart, vertical, restart, horizontal. So I can apply as many reveals as I wanted in the walls. That creates a cutout, actually a void actually in the wall. That's because the profile of the reveal is quite thicker than the wall size. Okay, so I might have to adjust the profile size or the offsets of the reveals basically with it. Okay, if the wall thickness is pretty high or pretty thicker, and if I apply the wall reveals, you can see over here when I applied it, you can see it creates a cutout in the wall. It doesn't completely cuts the wall. So that's the reveal. Okay, you can cut horizontally, and even you can cut vertically as well. So if you want to cut vertically, you can take wall reveals and you can cut vertically. However you wish to cut out these reveals. Okay, now if you want to edit these reveals that you have applied it, you can now select that reveal. So if you just have to keep the cursor on that reveal line, okay, you can see it tells you that's the reveal. When you select it, it highlights. Okay, so when you select it, it tells you okay, the reveal is selected from the properties. And over here there are properties are being given, like constraint and dimension is being given to you. Okay, now if I look into dimension, it tells me the length. So what is the length of that reveal? So the length of that reveal is 8.9864 meters. Okay, and even if I select this reveal, tells me okay, that's 4 meters in the length, because that's completely reveal. Now if I just drag this blue dot points that are there and bring it all the way down a little, okay, so you can see now the length changes. The length changes to 2.4 meters. Okay, so if I drag it till the end of the wall, so the wall height is of 4 meters, so the reveal height is also of 4 meters. Now there is a drag point at the bottom as well. So if I drag this all the way from here to here, and here we go. So it changes the pattern of the revealings. Okay, so from where you want to start and where you want to end it, you can simply select it, and you can drag this pointer and you can decide it off basically. Okay, so that's reveal lengths. Next thing is given when you select this reveals, it's given about offset from wall. Okay, offset from wall, it's currently right now says 0, so it is currently stick to the wall. Actually you can see the profile is actually sticking to the wall. But if I like give a value, supposingly like 50 mm, it's going to stick inside, so it's going to go in the wall actually. And if I give negative 50 mm, it's going to stick outside, it's going to go out. Okay, now if I keep on going negative 100 mm maybe, it's going to take my profile depths outside. You can see now the reveal cut is like lesser. Even if I go a little bit more, negative 120 mm, so negative values will pull the reveal outer space, and positive will pull it inner ways. Okay, so if I give positive 10 mm, it will push in. Okay, if I give positive 20 mm, it's gonna go in. If I say positive 50 mm, it's gonna go in. Okay, so negative will pull out the profile, and positive will pull positive will pull in, and negative will pull out the profile actually. Okay, so and if I say 0, it's gonna stick to the outer ends. Okay, then it's given me about the reveals. levels. Okay, so on which level you have applied it. So I've applied it on the ground level. If I try to take this on the first level, it will give me an error. The error is like you cannot create a reveal sweep position outside of its wall. Please check its sweeps and its parameters. Means there's no wall on the first level actually, so you can't create one. So that's the warning that it's telling me. Okay, so that's the warning that I'm getting it. So I'm just gonna put it back to where it belongs. Okay. So the wall was created on the first level, and so the reveal is also been applied on the on the ground level. Then it's given me offset from level, which is from the ground level. It is in offset it at 0.60 meters. If I wanted at 1 meter height from the ground level, I can type it out 1 meter in height from the ground level, and it will put it up. Let me add one more reveal over here. So if I come into reveal options and take an horizontal reveal once again, if I added one more, okay, click on modify, you can see there is a second reveal been added. When I select that reveal, that's offset from level is 2.1 meter basically. Okay, it doesn't tells me offset from another reveal. Okay, so from this reveal to this reveal, it doesn't tells me what how much height it is following actually basically. Okay, it always tells me from the level. Okay, so from the level, this reveal height is of 2.1 meter basically. So if I want to keep this at 2 meter in height, so I can this at 2 meter in height wise basically. Okay, now the difference between this reveal and this reveal is of another 1 meter in height wise basically. Okay, so you can select these walls. Okay, and isolate them. And once it's been isolated, you can come into the elevation view, and you can see whether they are equally kept it or not basically. Okay, or otherwise you can just put it back to reset and you manually adjust it through the offset from levels basically. Okay, and you can then select the drag points and drag the reveals point as well. Select some drag points and drag it in and out. Okay, even if I'm applying to these walls, I can select the reveal line and I can drag it center. Then you can see it just reveals the part of that wall. Then okay, I can even take it to the end of that wall, Okay, now if I want to turn this reveal, so it comes to the end of that wall, so maybe I want to cut that corner end of the wall as well. So if you want to cut the corner end of that wall, what you will do, you can select the reveal, and once you select the reveal, there is an option over here in the top which says modify returns. Okay, so if I click on modify returns, it will allow me to turn the reveal on the other end of the wall. Okay, so click on modify return and I'll take an angle of 90 degree and click on the end of that wall. You can see it's highlights. Click it. After you click it, now you can click on modify. You can select that reveal portion, get this drag point, and you can drag it to the end of that wall. And here we go. Corner cuts that reveal. And if I wanted to do a straighter cut, not a corner cut, so once again I can take modify return and I can tailor that. Don't use a return cut, use a straight cut, and then I can click on that highlighting point and it will do a straighter cut. It will not do a return cut. Okay, so once again, if you wanted to apply a return cut, select the reveal. Okay, so select the reveal, and there is an option on the top which says modify returns. Click on it. Just keep the cursor, hover it around. You can get that end of that reveal highlighted. When you click on that, before you click, you make sure it's set to be return, and what angle of return you want, you can provide the angle of return as well. So 90 degree of angle, I provide 90 degree, and you click on it, and it's going to cut through that end, and then I'm going to select that reveal once again, and I'm going to drag this point back to the end of that. Here we go, it's done. Okay, and if I want to straight cut it, once again, I'm going to select the reveal. Got to take modify returns once again. Take straight cut option, and then I'm going to click on that end of that reveal and get that straight. Okay, so that's how you can straighten up the reveals. Okay, Maybe if I create another wall, similar wall, so I'm going to take this wall and take the command called create similar and create another similar wall somewhere like that, and keep on continuing this wall like that. Supposingly now I want to apply this reveal on this wall and this wall as well. So I want to continue this reveal, so I'm going to select that reveal. Okay, and there's an option over here that says add / remove wall. Okay, which I can add a wall to apply the same reveal on the other side of the walls as well. Okay, so add and then click on this wall to apply to this wall as well. And if I select this wall, it's going to apply to this wall as well. So that same reveal is been continuing, has been added to the multiple walls. Okay, and if I want to remove it from one of the walls, so I can select the reveal. Okay, make sure that you select only the reveal. Now sometimes what will happen if you try to select the reveal, it selects the walls actually. So what I can do is I can just keep the cursor over there and press tab to cycle the selection. So this is the entire wall is going to get selected. Again, if I'm going to press tab, you can see now the reveal gets selected. Now I'm going to click it. So tab is used for cycle selection. Okay, so I'm going to hit tab, cycle the selection. Okay, and then when it's selected, then I can use add and remove walls, and then I can remove this wall. It will not be applied to that part of the wall. And if I want to apply to that part of the wall, keep the cursor, select that reveal, add the wall. I'm going to select that wall. Okay, so you can add the walls as well. Which walls you want to add them, then you can select the reveals, just the drag points and point positions like that. Okay, or you can use the modifier returns also if it's going to the end of that walls. Okay, so if it's on the end of the wall, you want to cut it, the returns basically, that you can select the reveal, take the modify return option, return it at 90 degree of angle and tap it. And once it's tapped, you can select the reveal now, drag this point to the end of that wall. Okay, so that's reveal parameters, offset from wall, levels, and offset from levels. Okay, so if I use offset from wall, as I told you, if I give positive value, it will stick in, like 10 mm will take it in. If I get negative values, like negative 50 mm, stick out. It's like this 50 mm is brought out actually. Let's say negative 100 mm. It's going to stick out. If I say 0, it's going to stick to the face of that wall. Okay, there are more editing feature of these reveals as well. So when I select the reveal, and if I come into the edit type, okay, so when I click on edit type, I have these two type parameters available. One is constraint and the other one is construction. Okay, now in constraint there is an option given called as setbacks, and currently the setback value is set to be 0. Now I'll tell you what are setbacks actually. Let me insert a window over here. So I'm going to take a window option and I'm going to insert a window right in middle of where these sweeps are, these reveals are there. Apply that, and apply. You can see the window has been attested. Now you can see what's happening is here, due to this reveal, the window frame is visible. Okay, and I don't want that to happen basically. So I want that reveal to be stopped prior. So if I drag this now, it's manually I have to drag this to a little bit behind, but I want to be a very precise dragging basically. That means I want to drag at least 50 mm behind wherever the window or the door have been inserted, so that the frame of the window or the door is doesn't revealed. Okay, so I'm going to select the reveal, and when I come into the edit type, there is an option called as setback, and if I give a value over here, a setback value of like say 100 mm, apply, it's going to precisely move the reveal 100 mm wherever the door and the window has been inserted. So now if I move this window a little slide to the left, you can see it still preserve that 100 mm of gapping from both the ends. Okay, so now my reveals, so my window frames are not been revealed. Okay, the reveal stops prior 100 mm wherever the window is been there. Even if I insert a door now, an arc door or maybe an arc opening, you can see it stops prior. Okay, so it doesn't end up. Now, if I do not give default setbacks, if I set this default setbacks to as 0, it will take the reveal to the ends of that wall, and it might even cut the, and it might reveal my door and window framings, which might be not good. So you can tell it that set a setback value of 50 mm or 100 mm, so it stops prior to that. Okay, so that's your setback option. The next option is about the profiles. Now the profile is right now is set to be default, which is a very default profile. And now if I go into this list, there are pretty different profiles available. Like I have a C-shaped profile available. So if I use a C-shaped profile, I'm going to click on apply, and okay, that's how it applies. Applies a C-shaped profile. Okay, generally mostly used for iron platings actually, which I don't wish to apply it actually. You can apply a different profile. I have one coarse brick one. Okay, so it's one brick reveal, then I have two brick reveal or three brick reveals are there. So that's 3 bricks revealing. Okay, I can create my own profile also. So if you want to create your own profiles of reveals, you can create your own profiles of reveals as well. So to create your own profile of reveal, we'll come into the file menu. And from the file menu, we're going to take new, we're going to take family. And from the family, we're going to take English. And from the English folder, we're going to go into metric profile. We want to create a profile for the reveal. So I'm going to search for a template called metric profile reveal. So I'm going to look up till again here. Here we have metric profile reveal. Okay, so this is the profile template that we're going to pick up. Okay, because we want to create our own form of profiles over here. Okay, so I'm going to take that. Open up. And that template file is open. Now it shows me something over here. These dash lines, these indicates my reference plane. Assume that this is your wall face basically. Okay, and these are wall sections. So I might create my reveal profile somewhere over here on this intersection, not at the intersection, but on this coordinate, positive coordinate. Okay, so I'm going to take the create option from here, create, and from create I'm going to take the line command. Okay, the shortcut key for line is LI. So when I take the line command, it tells me what type of line do you want to draw. So suppose I'm going to draw a straight line, vertical line of, let's say, of a specific height. You can give a specific height as well. Let's say I'm going to give like 25 mm, and I'm going to give a depth of, let's say, 10 mm. And I'm going to end it up over here. So that's profile that I've created. Now I can give another sort of line as well. Maybe I'm going to make this profile a little bit curve. So you could like start in radius. So it's the start, that's the end. Yeah, that could be the radius, something like that. So this is the profile that I'm going to create. Now I don't need these lines, so I'm going to delete these lines. So that's the profile. Now the profile should be closed looped, means it should not be open from any side. Okay, it should not be having overlapping lines also. So there are no overlapping lines. Make sure that there are no overlaps lines. None of it are there. Now you can apply some dimension also. Like you can gonna go into align dimension tool, align it from the point. So I'm gonna hit tab. I got a point from this point. Then I'm gonna again use tab from this point. Here we have 25 mm. Okay, so it's there. We can provide a parameter to this. You can call this as create parameter. So when I select the dimension, there is an option over here called as label dimension. Parameter, create a parameter, and call this parameter as profile. to click on OK. Call as 25 profile height. Okay, so any chance if I wanted to change the profile height from 25 mm to 15 mm, so when I come into this family types, it changes profile height to from 25 to 15. You can apply, you can see the profile height reduces, so that's perfect. It works parametrically right. Once again, if I come into this family types and if I switch this to 25 mm again, let's go back, or maybe 30 mm, and it works. Great. So we have our profile ready. So once the profile is ready, we can then save this profile. Okay, I can call this profile as C shape profile, reveal profile. Just profile. Okay. Once the profile is being saved, then we can take this option that says load into project and close. So now it's been loaded into my project. I'm going to select that reveal and I'm going to come into the edit type. Now from here, before I change this profile from here, I'm going to duplicate this type. So duplicate the type, I'm going to call this as reveal C shape. And from here, I'm going to select file, that one that I have created. Here I have C shape profile, apply, and then click on OK. And here we go. So we have our own profile applied it. Okay, so it's going to give a cut in a C shape profiling. And now if I want to change the profile height from 30 mm to like 25 mm or 15 mm, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to come into this project browser, and under project browser I'm going to look up for families. Okay, so project browser, you must have families. Expand this. I'm going to search for profiles. So that's profiles. Expand this. Search for that profile. Here we have C shape profile. Select that. Right click it. Go in type properties. And from the type property dialog box, profile height. And maybe I want to make that profile height to 50 mm. Click on OK, and you can see the profile height changes. So you can create multiple profile shapes and designs. So maybe I'm going to create another profile design. Come to files, new, family. I'm going to go into the English folder and going to search for metric profiles reveals. Profile reveal.rft, and then I'm going to open up. Okay. Create another profile shape. So I'm going to take the create command, going to take the line command from here, and maybe this time I'm going to give the profile height of let's say 100 mm. I'm going to give like just from the midpoint up to a depth of like 10 mm, and then I'm going to drag this all the way here. I don't need these middle lines, so I'm going to get deleted. Make sure the profiles are always close looped. Okay, it should not be open end, and they should also not having overlapping lines. So none of these lines are overlapped. They are all close looped. Then I can provide dimensions, measure dimensions from the point. So I'm going to hit tab. I'm going to make this thin line first so that I can see the points first. So tab. See the point. Now I'm going to click it. Then again I'm going to keep the cursor, hit the tab key, tab. The cursor, that's the profile height, and then I'm going to select this profile point and this point till here. Okay, from this end to that point, it can be my profile depth. I'm going to select this dimension and label this as profile the type parameters. Okay, so type parameters means like if I change in one, okay, it would be changed in all the similar types. And if I keep instance parameter, which means if I change in one object, it will only change to that specified selected object only. It might not change in the other similar profiles. Okay, so I'm going to keep it as type parameter right now. Click on OK. So that's been labeled as profile depths. Select this dimension, label this dimension as profile height or length or whatever you wanted to give it. Okay, similarly again type parameter, I'm going to click on OK. Okay, so we have our profile creator. Okay, we can save this profile, get this profile name as V-shape profile. Save it. Once it's been saved, now I can click on this option which says load into project and close. This gets loaded into my project. And now I can select the reveal, and maybe once again I can create similar command, and I can provide another reveal right over here. So I have a second reveal applied. Okay, but I want to change the shape of the profile, so I'm going to click on the edit type. I'm going to duplicate the type, and I'm going to name this as reveal V shape. Okay, I'm going to select the profile option. Select the one that I have created, apply, and okay, you can see now it comes to that shape. Any chance if I want to change the depth of this groove? Okay, so I'm going to go into the project browser. Under the project browser, I'm going to look up for families. Under the families, I'm going to look up for profiles, and under the profiles, I'm going to look up for that profile that I've created, the V-shape profile. Select that, expand it, select that profile, and then I'm going to right click and change this type properties. Maybe I can give the depth to around 25 mm. Click on OK, and say the depth goes more inside. Okay, I want to continue this profile on the other faces of the walls as well, so I can select the reveal, take the add option, I can add it to this wall, and I can continue to this wall as well. We have our reveals are being applied it. Okay, with our profile designs and shapes, we can select this reveal, we can take it modify returns, and then I can drag this dot point to the end of that face. It's gonna cut it through all the way.
So could you show how to use the modify returns command again?
So if I have the end of that wall, okay, so I'm gonna select the reveal. There's an option called as modify returns. Okay, so when I take modify returns option, make sure it is set to be returns, and you have provide the angle as 90°. Okay, then you keep the cursor on that end of that profile, click on it. You can see now the return goes to the end but not completely. So now I can click on the modify option, select that reveal, drag this drag point all the way to the end of that wall. Okay, and if you want to straight cut it, you can again select the reveal, take modify returns, tell that you want straighter cut, click on the end of that wall and do a straighter cut. Okay,
Yes.
so that's reveals using the wall reveal command. And now this was using the wall reveal commands options, which was given in the wall option. Okay, now if I would have select this wall and went into the edit type, and supposedly if I go directly into the edit, there's an option over here also as the reveal. Okay, if I would have used this option, what would have happened is it says I can't use reveal over here. The reason is over here, the answer they have given me is that if you want to use these parameters that have been given, you need to on the preview mode, and that to a section preview mode only. So I need to on the preview mode, and that to a section preview mode, so that now I can use these parameters. Okay, now I can use reveal option. So if I click on reveal, I get these reveal dialog box, and now I can add a profile and then add a line, actually add a layer. So the layer has been added. What profile you want to use, you can select the reveal profile. Okay, so you can see a reveal profile would be added at the very base option. Then you can provide the distance from the base as well, what distance you wanted. So maybe we wanted at 0.90 meters, we can say 0.90 meters distance from the base. So from the base it will be at 0.90 meter in height wise. Then it should be perpendicular, and what side you want. You wanted an exterior facing side or you wanted on the interior facing side. You can decide the sides as well. Then what offset you want. Do you want to flip the direction? Do you want to provide a setbacks value? We can provide a setback value as well. So I'm going to go like 50 mm setback. Okay, so what's going to do is over here that by defaultly it will add to all the similar walls now basically. तो जितने भी मेरे 90 mm brick wall हो गए इसमें सब में reveal आ जाएगी. Okay, even if I don't want it on this wall, so you can see it's still there. Okay, so I cannot remove it now basically because there's no option to remove the reveal. Okay, even if I tap the cursor, it's not gonna go. Okay, if I try to press delete, it's not gonna go. Okay, so it's defaultly been applied it in the wall. Okay, so if you go into the edit type and choose to apply it from here, it's going to stay permanently in all the walls. Okay, but if you select the wall reveal option from here, you can decide that okay, where you want the reveal. Do you want it horizontally or do you want it vertically? You can select on horizontal or vertically reveals as well. But if you go into the edit type and choose reveal, it will be applied it to all the type of the wall, and it will be only horizontal reveals basically. Okay, no vertical reveals won't be possible to be applied. Okay, so I prefer to use wall reveal option, which is given over here, not in the edit type, because that's a little bit complicated to use, or not complicated, but it generally applies to do all the part of the walls, which might not be the right way to apply it basically. So gonna select it, gonna press delete, click on OK. So now there is no reveals. Okay, so no reveals on the 90 mm brick wall. Wherever I wanted, I can just take the reveal option, and then I can decide it, where do I want it and on which wall I want it basically, not all of the walls. Okay, then I can even select the reveals, and I can play around with the lens and everything, and even on the written on the ends, everything can be possible. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So that's wall reveals. Just similar to wall reveals, we were having wall sweeps. So wall sweep, as I told you, it's useful for creating skirtings, it's useful for creating ground moldings, it's useful for creating moldings. Even it is useful for window stills, anything that you wanted, it can be created quickly. Okay, and let's take the wall sweep command. Now, similarly, in wall sweep, you have, do you want to use horizontal or verticals? You can select horizontal or verticals. So if you want horizontal, you can select horizontal reveals, sweep, sorry. And if you want vertical, you can select vertical sweep. Okay, so that options. As you can see, like it's come like an extrusion actually. So now if I select this sweep, okay, now we have the parameters. In parameters we have, okay, offset from wall. So if you wanted to offset from wall, you can take an offset from wall. Like if I give like 25 mm, positive value, so it's gonna leave 25 gap from that wall. As you can see, there's a gap left. If I get negative values like negative 25 it's gonna stick in the wall actually. If 0, it's gonna flush to that wall actually. Okay, on what level it's been applied at and what elevating height it's there. So if I want to put it at 2 meters height, you can provide a 2 meter height. And if I want to provide a 2.2 meter height, you can take 2.2 meter in height. Drag points to reduce the distances. Okay, even I can take, and even I can use modify returns also here. So if I take modify returns and return it at 90 degree, keep it at the end, and now it's gonna go to that point. I can drag this point all the way till here, so it's gonna come there. Let's see. And if you don't want it to be on a straighter cut, we can take it and use modify returns, take a straight cut, click on the end of that profile, and it's does a straighter cut. So that's sweeping just exactly like the reveal only, but only thing is that this comes in extrusion. I can add to walls as well. So if I want to continue to this wall and maybe this wall, so I can continue to the walls as well. I can use these drag points and connect them off like that. So you can use for creating your any form of design shapes. When you select this, you have an option in the edit type. When I click on edit type this time, I have like a lot of parameters. I have parameters like constraints, constructions, material and finish, and even identity data is there. Okay, last time in reveal there were only like constraints and construction, and this time we have constraint, construction, materials, and identity data. In constraints, we have something called as cut wall, and it's been active, which means what? If I give a negative value to offset from wall, let's see if I get like a negative value of like 35 mm. So when it goes in, you can see the wall gets cut. The wall is cutted, and then the sweep has been applied it. Okay, तो wall cut कर देता है, and then हमारा sweep applied होता है. But अगर मैंने यहाँ पे cut wall option untick कर दिया रहता, and if I do OK, so it's going in, but it's not cutting the wall. So it's overlapping the wall actually. Okay, which is a wrong construction method. If anything is going in, that needs to be cut off. So I'm going to make sure that cut wall is active, so that whenever I push the sweep inside, it should cut that much portion of the wall, and then the sweep should be applied. Okay, so that's cut wall. And then the next is about cut insert. Okay, now what is cut insert? Let me insert any object like a window or an element. Push this window a little bit more up, so you can see now the window has been inserted. You can see the entire sweep gets cut off. Okay, but I don't want my entire sweep to be get cut off. I just want only that much portion of sweep to be cut off jitna section of window aa raha hai basically. So I don't want the entire sweep to cut off, just the portion of that sweep should be cut off till the window is coming, basically from where the window is coming. So I'm going to select this sweep, and I'm going to go into the edit type, and I'm going to turn on this option which says cut by insert, and then I'm going to click on apply. So you can see it only cuts that much portion of the sweep of how much the window is appearing. Okay, this is complete now basically. So if I drag this window a little bit more up, you can see only that much portion of the sweep is being cut off, not the entire sweep is cut off. But if I take cut by insert option off, it's going to cut the entire sweep. So even if it's slightly intersecting also, it's going to cut the entire sweep actually. So sometimes in some cases you don't want the entire sweep to be get cut off. You want to cut only that much portion of the sweep that
jitna intersection of window या door intersection is coming. So you can use this option that is called cut by insert. Then over here also you have default setbacks. So you can see this sweep is coming to the end of the window, which I don't want it. Maybe I could give them 50 mm back. So it can stay 50 mm back. So my sweep will stop prior to 50 mm wherever the windows or the door are there. Okay, so that it doesn't obstruct them. Come to the edit type and we can tell it no setback. If I give 0, it's going to come to the very end of the openings. So you can give setbacks value as well. You can also apply your profiles. So you have profile options. You can see we have profile, C profile that we created for the reveals. You can apply that as well. See a C profile. Let's make that to 0. Actually, set no walls. You can see here we have. If I wanted a different profile, I could use a different profile as well. V profile. I could use V profile. Okay, or you can create your own profile as well. So maybe I can create my profile of Chaja over here to create up over here. So if I do wanted to, I could come in here, file, family, and you can take English, take for metric profiles. This I'm going to just select metric profile only. I'm not going to select reveals. Okay. Select metric profile because there's no template given like metric profile sweeps actually, so I'm going to create it in metric profile. Okay, and .rft, open up somewhere over here. I might create that sweep profile at this intersection over here, that this coordinate. So you could take the line command, very quickly create 450. Profile shape, making sure that profile is closed looped. Okay, and you can provide dimensions. Label this as your shade length. It's going to be your shade thickness. This can be your length and thickness. Until height. So we can have parameters and we can save this family. Load into project and close. 3D view, select the profile or the sweeps. You can come to the edit type, duplicate this type. I could call this as shade. Select the profile shape of shade. Click on OK. And here we go. We have the shade profile applied it. Okay. Select this. You can use offsets. 12 mm. Push them in. change the thicknesses of this lintel or anything like that. You can select that, or you can come into the profile option from the project browser. Search for shades, profile, select this, edit profile or edit types. You can change the thicknesses, like 2.2. Sorry. Like 0.2. Change that. That's your shader. Select this. So you can apply material as well this time. So you can come in edit type. You can apply material. Create material. Graphics or identity data first. You can provide the ID information, that is can be of RCC. You can write the description. You can provide the class category, comment, keynotes, product information. Cost per unit, everything you need to provide this graphic identity information. Then the graphic information. I can use render appearances, surface pattern. I can use concrete pattern, and in cut pattern also I'm going to use concrete hatch patterns. So surface is going to see concrete patterns, in cut also I'm going to see concrete patterns. Use a bit of appearances. Come to asset browsers, appearance library, concrete, and can take this flat gray or different type. Apply. Okay, so you have the material now. You can apply it and click on OK. Switch this mode to realistic. There we go. You can have these shaders. Projects. Right. Then if you want to apply some finishing materials to your reveals or the sweeps. So if you want to apply finish material, some kind of paint inside your reveals or some color or texture, anything. So to apply finishing materials, what we're going to do, we're going to come into the modify tab. You see where this modify tab is given. And in modify tab, in under geometry, you'll find an option called as paint. The shortcut key for paint is PT. Okay, and when I click on PT, a paint dialog box will open up. Now, if you have already created a library of your material, you can select them and you can apply it. And if you have not created the material library yet, okay, so you can gonna come into manage tab and create the material library first. Click on material. And maybe I'm gonna come over here and click on a new material. Create a material. I'm gonna call this as yard dash. Means reveals. It's gonna be paint actually. So take paint and come into graphics, use render appearances, appearance library, wall paints, and maybe I'm going to use a different color. Maybe I'm going to use gold. Can apply. And okay, so now the material is ready. So we have created a material from the manage tab from the material browser. I can again come back to modify and take the paint command. Here we have that paint material ready. I'm going to select it. I'm just gonna keep the cursor. Now you can see that face is not highlighting, so I'm going to press tab. Now the face gets highlights. Now I'm going to apply it. This gets applied to that portion of that reveal. Okay, maybe this point as well. So I'm going to keep the cursor, press tab, apply it. Okay, same over here. Tab, apply, apply. Okay. Tab, apply, and apply. Face as well, apply. Okay. Now let's say accidentally you apply to the entire face of the wall. Now you want to remove that paint. So what you can do is you can come over here. You can take the option paint. You have an option that is called remove paint. And tap it. It will remove that paint. Okay. So if you have applied it paint on the wrong face of the wall, you can remove the paint as well. Okay. Maybe on this reveals as well. So once again, I'm going to take the paint option. And take the paint option. Select which paint you want to apply. Maybe this time I'm going to use this exterior side paint. Keep the cursor, press tab, apply it. Apply it. Okay, similarly you can apply to these sunshades as well. I can apply a different paint. So the bottom I applied the white paint, and on the top I applied this yellow paints. You can, create groovings or any sort of shaping profiles on the walls in this sunshade or skirtings or crown moldings using the wall sweeps and reveal command basically. Okay, you can drag this here and you can even return it that way. Want to return it, you can select it and see returns straighter cuts. Drag this point a little back to there. Okay, so that's wall sweeps and reveal from the wall parts. Okay, so mostly we are done with all the topics of walls, and now we are ready to take with a new chapter, that is creating floor plans using the wall options. Okay, so we'll keep it till here. Next class, that's tomorrow, start with floor plannings. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any doubt till here? Anything that is not understood? Wanted to repeat it?
No, sir.
Okay, so we'll keep it till here. So I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay then. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Most welcome. Bye bye.